Welcome back to Learning Retirement. My name is Matt. If you're new here, welcome. If you made it to episode 2, that tells me something. It tells me you're probably feeling the same thing a lot of us are feeling in 2026. Life just feels louder, faster, more crowded in your head. Henry David Thoreau had a phrase for this. He called it lives of quiet desperation. He wasn't talking about big tragedies. He meant the slow drowning that happens when life piles up. One subscription, one bill, one update, one expectation, all at the same time. If he saw the world today, his beard would catch on fire. Somewhere along the way, modern life stopped being something we live and turned into something we manage. Think about it. Everything has an alert, a subscription, a warranty, a software update. The dreaded, hey, we added new terms of service and you didn't even have to ask for them. We wake up tired. We grab a phone that screams for attention before our eyes can even focus. And then we walk in straight into a day full of tasks that we didn't ask for. But inside, a lot of us are feeling what Thoreau warned about, that quiet, slow, internal panic. The sense that we're running harder every year just to stay in the same damn spot. The machine isn't evil, it's just loud and constant and incredibly good at stealing your life without you noticing. Here's the part that gets you. We're not being defeated by big emergencies. We're being defeated by the noise. Little digital pebbles filling our pockets. You know, emails, group chats, notifications, auto-pay reminders. The dreaded, your password expires soon. Jesus Christ, I just set the thing. What am I going to use now? Smart devices pinging you like needy toddlers. It's not that any one thing is heavy, it's that together they all come out to be a backpack full of gravel. And you carry that backpack from the second you wake up until the second you collapse back into bed. Thoreau didn't have a smartphone, but he knew the feeling. Modern life keeps selling us the same lie. More equals freedom. More features, more storage, more horsepower, more apps, more entertainment, more everything. But every time we add something, we also add a tiny invisible responsibility. More to update, more to maintain, more to pay for, more to think about at 2:14 in the morning when you can't sleep for no reason at all. Thoreau wrote, "Our life is frittered away by detail." And in the year 2026 is nothing but detail. I'm not telling you to grow a beard, move to the woods, and write poetry, unless you want to. Honestly, that does sound kind of nice. Stepping back doesn't require a cabin. It requires intention. It looks like turning off 90% of your notifications, canceling a subscription you don't need, saying no to things you used to say yes to automatically without even thinking, letting some objects in your house retire. Create a weekend with nothing planned. Escaping the machine isn't one dramatic moment, it's a series of tiny jailbreaks. People think downsizing is about the stuff. It's not. Downsizing is about the distraction. You know that drawer you never open? It still takes up mental space. That subscription you just forget about canceling still sends you tiny guilt. That closet full of someday items whispers to you quietly but constantly. We think we own things, but half the time they own us. When you start letting go even a little, the things that come back into your life are time, space, clarity, peace, and yourself. Here's the truth most people never learn. Owning less doesn't mean living small. It means living free. Thoreau wasn't escaping the world. He was escaping everything attached to it. Sometimes the bravest thing you can do is simply set something down. Not because it's bad, but because it's taking more of you than it gives back. So that's today's episode. Escaping the machine. Not forever, not in a dramatic way, but just long enough to remember who you are when life isn't shouting at you. Thanks for being here. And I tell you what, I'll come back if you'll come back. You have a great day.